Hi there, welcome to Busternet. This is the second episode of the LLM Diaries. Yes, we are doing quite okay. But before I begin, I'd like to thank all my patrons for their kind donations to keep this channel going. You have helped a lot, and I hope that my book, is helping you guys as well. And don't forget, we have updates for the book that will be scheduled to come out every 2 months, and I'll be adding more chapters to this book, which is already a hefty 200 pages. Definitely our discussions on Discord are also very, very good. I like the way we communicate on Discord, and I love the fact that we're able to share so much on Discord. Once again, I hope you've had a great Christmas and a great New Year. We're back here on the Manager Diaries with Gloucester City. As you can see, I play with a 3-4-3 or a 4-2-3-1. These are the two systems I'm using at the moment. Have I decided what my players are good at? Not really, because I am concerned with our. Still am concerned with some of our physicals. So my defenders, they're now pretty fast, but their positioning is hopeless. The midfielders, well, they have the same issue in terms of physicals. They're definitely one of the faster teams, but they're not very good in their mentals, right? So the only thing that they're great at is determination and bravery. So they fight for every ball, but their positioning and the off the ball is very average. So when I look at my team, I'm thinking to myself, in terms of the technical abilities, we're still a long way off. And some people might think, what would you do for training? Okay, so then I go over my training, looking at my team. This is one advice I give everyone when it comes to LLM training. If you're fairly confident in your ability to get yourself promoted, then stay on balance. In fact, you should stay on balance regardless of whether you think you can get promoted. Firstly, you got limited coaches. Secondly, these players, they're not going to last long in your team. 2 seasons top, so I don't focus too much on anything else apart from giving them balanced training and making sure that they're training their roles. I don't even look at PPMs for them at all. I just focus on this because my goal is to make sure that we survive. And usually I don't think about all that until I have a regular team that I'm confident with playing the game. And at the moment, I'm still like asking myself certain questions like, okay, can these boys play like for this 4-2-3-1? My weakness is the flanks. So I play with inverted wing. I play with a wing back on support. So whenever these two guys go up, there's this big holes that appear. And positioning, you remember the graphic. My positioning isn't very good, so sometimes my players they leave pockets of space behind. So I have to think about all these kind of things when I'm playing. I'll take a deeper look at the tactics a bit later, but first up, let's look at the finances for the club. After the changes, after bringing those players in, I'm very happy to see that we're still below my wage budget. That was the goal. I didn't want to screw things over. The club, well, we expected to battle for relegation, supposed to be in the 22nd spot or whatever. So while it's okay for me to have that 3-4-3 and the 4-2-3-1 against top teams like Flight and all the other big teams, I need a static defense. So I don't think I can use a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-4-3, and I have to start thinking of an alternative system. And for the Flight match, I'm actually going to go to a 4-1-2-2-1, details of which are coming up in a quick guide video for the 4-1-2-2-1. So far, I've used the 4-1-2-2-1. Flight and Tamworth were both favourites. These guys are favourites for the title. We held them to a 0-0 draw. Tamworth favourites to finish on top 4. We managed to secure a 0-0 draw. The whole idea behind my 4-1-2-2-1 is to make sure that I make it a bit tough for teams. The last couple of games, I've been thinking about changing this role. This guy, as a centre forward, will have roam from position. But I think the players I have, they're not good enough. So I'm going to turn this guy into a DLF and support. The only difference between that and the other one is the fact that this guy, he doesn't roam from position. So it gives them a focal point as well. So this will make my 4-1-2-2-1 a bit more, should improve it a bit for this team in particular. Because I don't have one player that can actually roam around and do wonders. Okay, so we are playing against a very defensive 5-3-2. So here we go, Berkeley playing it to Webb, out to Thomas. Thomas to Malcolm. So we're going to see how we do in the first couple of minutes. Hanks plays the ball up. Okay, Hanks is in a very good spot. We're going to be watching this match on extended. Webb now. Time to play the pass to Mullins. Mullins to Kotwicker. Kotwicker to Berkeley. Berkeley holds up the ball, finds Kotwicker. Kotwicker now works his way into the box, tries a shot from range. Not good enough. Okay. We are using a low risk strategy to keep get as many of my players back behind the ball. Hobson to Nehemi. Okay. Molt, okay, getting a chance to shoot from range. Okay, so now we're going to go high. Coming a bit too close to my goal. And take a bit more risk. Just Birsing rising up. Another corner. Gamblin. Damon clears the danger. Kotwicker is going to try and close down Gamblin. Gamblin gets the ball to Wilkinson. Shoots, blocks. Okay, very good, boys. Come on, we need to get a win in our bag soon. Gloucester City and Altrincham again. Another corner for Gamblin to take. And it's over. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to key highlights now. No, not commentary, but key highlights. I want to watch. I want the season to pass a bit faster. Okay, so if I watch in comprehensive, season is not going to pass that fast. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's see how we look. Wilkinson to Molt. Molt back to Gamblin. Gamblin tries to get the ball to somebody. Odero clears the danger. Gets it to Mullins. Kotwicker flicks the ball, but there's nobody here to flick it to. Odero now rising. Molt now with the ball. Finds Gamblin. Okay, I'm looking at my team. Okay, we're forcing Altrincham to go around us. It's not going to be easy. Damon finds Thomas now. Thomas who played this to Malcolm. Back to Thomas. To Hanks. Now to Malcolm. To Kotwicker. Kotwicker into space of Berkeley to chase this. Shoots first time. Forces the keeper into a great save. Okay, thank you. The pressure is now on them. Got a corner. Hanks. Berkeley rising up. Oh, off the line. Off the line. Okay. Okay, they're playing a 3-5-2. There'll be space behind them for me to attack. So I have to try and drag them around now. Just Birsing picks that up. Malcolm to Berkeley. Berkeley to Kotwicker. Kotwicker down to Hanks. Hanks to Malcolm. Malcolm to Berkeley. Berkeley shoots and scores. What a goal. Gloucester 1, Altrincham 0. Okay, Berkeley. Looks like you're going to be playing as my striker from now onwards, not Malcolm. Okay, you're going to take the point in attack. I didn't expect this goal. We're not playing very well. But Malcolm to Berkeley. Berkeley first time's the shot. Yeah. Good goal from Gloucester City. All right, now I can drop my wrist down to low. Yep. Okay, and let them come at us. And pass into space. Okay, we got pass into space. That should be enough. Molt. They changed their tactic. Altrincham have changed to a 4-4-2. Mullins with the ball. Oh, Mullins, come on, don't be slow, Mullins. Oh my goodness, Thomas, did you see that? It was happening in slow motion. I couldn't believe it. Kotwicker. Kotwicker. Alright, we're going to change Kotwicker's role now. Okay, Kotwicker, now you're going to be a winger on support. We're going to attack. So we're going to have Kotwicker stretching their back line. Free kick, Gamblin. Thomas clears the danger. Only as far. Molt has a chance and they shoot. Oh, it's so close. Okay. Can we grind out another result? Because now I'm sitting a bit deeper and I want them to attack me so that I can hit into space. Thomas with the throw. Webb. Hanks with the ball. Hanks out to Malcolm. Malcolm back to Webb. Okay, they're doing a very good job of holding on to the ball. Hanks to Malcolm now. All those passing triangles, they're working very well. Berkeley to Mullins. Mullins now. He's gonna have to find Kowika in space. Kowika is gonna stretch them out. Crosses the ball. Only to Hall. And Webb picks that up. Back to Damon. Damon drops it for someone, but it's not going anywhere. Back to Mullins. Okay, we're gonna make one change. Gonna bring Briley Isaacs on for Mullins. Briley Isaacs has a bit more composure than Mullins. Berkeley. Mullins again. Shoots from... Oh my goodness. I've just taken off a guy who scores the goal from there. Darren Mullins. Oh my goodness. He just scored a goal. It's his parting shot. He looks at the manager. He has a finger ready for me. He points a finger in the sky and then points it in my face. What a goal from Mullins. From out there. I don't believe it. This is pure luck. And then Mullins has been taken off for Bradley Isaacs. Unbelievable. See what happens. There wasn't a tactical change. I just got a player who's pissed off at me. Alright, we're gonna have to make one more change. Joe Hanks is gonna have to come off. I don't want to lose him. So taking off the captain now. So far so good. Gloucester 2, Altrincham 0. Nothing fantastic with the way we played. Just 2 long range goals. But defensively, the goal was to frustrate a team. Okay, so I met my goal. Alright, so I just want to make sure that my team makes it very hard for others to score, and then when we get anything like half a chance to score, we do it. So far so good. Ukito to Webb, back to J Hall. Isaacs. Berkeley now shoots from range. My goodness, my players all want to take a pop from range. It's like everybody wants to score Mullins' goal. Well, Gloucester comfortable now. That's 3 clean sheets since I swapped to a 4-1 2-1. Very good. Very good win. Altrincham now also defeated. So Gloucester still maintain their one. We're still ahead. We haven't lost yet. Drawn 3 games and won 6. So pretty good now. But this is a very, as you can see the table, the difference is marginal at the top. I think I calculated once a long time ago. You can have like 11 draws in LLM football and still win the title. So we're still unbeaten, done pretty well. I'm happy with the changes I made. So we made one change to this one. So we made this 4-1 2-1 a bit more of a focal point. So it's a bit that's a focus there. So there's a slight difference from the quick guy that I put up, where I actually used that role as a center forward. What happens when I changed him to a DLF on support is because he now is more of a focal point, and he doesn't roam so much. He gives players a target to aim for. Other things I do, I always make sure that I want to make sure that my players are half decent versus the rest of the league. So one of the things that it's important for me is I like to track how they do last 5 games and average rating. So I put this together and then I start looking for trends. It's gonna start happening very soon. I usually find it happens after the first month or the first 2 months of a season. Then I'll start looking in to see how close my players are to their season average rating. So if the average rating 7.44 is very high, 7.22's last 5 games means he's having a dip in form. I might want to be looking out, or it could be due to a tactical change. In this particular case, as our tactic is also changed. The start of the season, we were playing really well. We were scoring we were winning a lot more games. So this average rating will be affected because of the 3 draws that we just had. But over the course of a season, I use this average rating versus the last 5 games. I take this and I compare these two. So once your tactic has been settled, then once you have a settled tactic, you know how you want to play. Like, I'm still figuring things out. I usually take about 5 to 10 matches before I go like, okay, I'm going to stick to this tactic. So once you've figured out your tactic, that's when you start looking at trends, like which of the players that are performing better. Like Malcolm, 7.09, 7.10. This would mean to me that, you know, the player is actually is not bad. You know, this is his season average. But if a player suddenly shows like a massive drop, then I start thinking, oh, okay, I have to be very careful with this player, because if his last 5 games is very high compared to his average rating, he's having a flyer. If his last 5 games is very low compared to average ratings, means he's having a massive dip in form, and that's when I have to start being concerned. There could be a lot of reasons why this is happening. One, the player could be very tired. Two, the player may not be suitable for your system. So you need to ask yourself all these questions. So far, the team has been okay. I mean, we're doing all right. Yeah, we're off to a decent start. I don't know how long this will last. I'm just hoping that we can ride the wave of not losing to the. My goal is not to lose to the top 5 teams in the league. Yeah, that's my goal. That's always my goal in LLM. In LLM, my singular goal is the guys who are top of the table, who are expected to finish top of the table. I will make sure that I come up with a strategy to keep them from scoring against me. Okay, so I come up with a tactic. So in this particular case, I was thinking to myself, I want a system that makes it very hard for them to create chances. So here against Altrincham, they only had 1 shot on target. I had 6. They only had 1 clear-cut chance. I only had 1, but you know, I had two goals from range. But if you look at against Tamworth, who are favourites, Tamworth only had 2 on target the whole game. And if you look at Flight, you know, Flight had a harder time against us. You know, Flight barely got out of their half. I was very conservative against Flight. And against Flight, only 1 shot on target, no clear-cut chances. We could have actually had snuck a surprise win here, but, you know, after that, the men set off. So when you play LLM football, you got to think about your tactic. Don't download something that is doing very well. Create a system that employs ideally, you want to create a system that has a static defense. If you're not a good side, so if you're not a good side, and you're thinking that, okay, the goal has to be to make it really hard for other people to play against you. That has to be the goal first. Okay, you gotta make your team hard hard for other teams to break you down. Once you are comfortable and once your morale goes up, because everything is going to be affected. If you get off to a bad run, morale gets affected. It's very hard for you to get them up again. The second thing you got to look at is making sure that you're picking a stable set of players who are going to be playing in your team. So you got to know the tactic that you're using. First up, you're going to have to use something that makes it hard for other teams to score against you. You're going to have to find a tactic that plays to your team's strengths. In this particular case, I worked on, I said it at the start of the first episode, I was looking at acceleration. So I wanted acceleration. I wanted players that can break behind defensive lines. Then I went out and did a massive trial. I found like this guy, I think I found Matthew Berkeley. Let me check. I want to make sure that I got him. And so I brought Matthew Berkeley in on a free transfer because I figured that he might be one of the strikers that I'm going to be using for the season. So he's one hell of a purchase. So to recap, getting the players into your LLM squad, that's going to be key. Understanding what they're capable of doing, keeping it simple, all right, and also playing to your strengths. In this particular case, we are playing to a strength that I set out for early in the season by identifying a DNA that will allow me to attack defensive lines of other teams. And most importantly, don't get frustrated with the game. Once again, I'd like to thank all my Patron supporters for, kindly donating to keep this channel going. It's allowed me actually to come up with all these videos. Otherwise, I won't have the time to do them. But now I'm able to set aside more time to do these kind of videos to help you guys out. And thanks a lot. And I'll keep the questions going on Patreon. I'm definitely going to try and do more videos based on what you are asking me for. And I appreciate everything that you've done, your donations. Once again, if you want to find out more information about how you can get the book Busternet, A Football Manager's Guide, please visit www.patreon.com/Busternet. And you can find out how you too can get a copy of the book. If you have any questions, guys, you know where to find me. You can always find me at Busternet and on Twitter. And yeah, this is actually the first video of 2017. Well, I hope you have a good one. You take care. Bye bye.